go ahead and get started here. My name is Darryl, and my call sign is Kilo India 6 in the double mic. This is the informal HFS held Tuesday evening at 20-30 hours on the frequency typically 3 decibel 8 lowest side depth. This chat may be broken at any time for any emergency or priority traffic. At this time, yes, or any emergency or priority traffic. Having or hearing other stations with emergency or priority traffic may break in at any time. This chat does not have a formal topic or an agenda, and we take check-ins by groups and calls by the suffix of your call sign. That would be the first letter following the number in your call sign. General class license hams and higher are please welcome to check in. Guests are always welcome to check in. With that, let's get started. Those I've already spoken to, i.e. Bob, you already checked in, so let's go with call sign suffixes Alpha through Golf. Alpha through Golf. Please go now. Wow, that's going to be a small net. Okay, stations with call sign suffixes Alpha through Golf. Alpha through Golf. Please go now. Not hearing any, let's go with stations with call sign suffixes Hotel through Quebec. Stations with call sign suffixes Hotel through Quebec. Please go now. Wow, okay. Stations with call sign suffixes Hotel through Quebec. Stations with call sign suffixes Hotel through Quebec. Please go now. Let's go with stations with Romeo through Zulu. Romeo through Zulu. Please go now. November 6, Sierra Whiskey Charlie. Okay, I got Jerry, November 6, Sierra Whiskey Charlie. Let's just open it up since we haven't got very many stations with call sign suffixes Alpha through Zulu. Alpha through Zulu. Please go now.
Alpha Golf 6, Quebec.
There's Ralph. Good evening. Alpha Golf 6, Quebec. Copy that. Other stations, Alpha through Golf. Alpha through Zulu, rather. Please go now. Wow, not hearing any. Okay, this could be a small net, but it could be exciting, too. Okay, with that, we'll check for check-ins later on. Let's start with Bob. In Los Altos, Kilo Foxtrot 6, Alpha Bravo Charlie. Bob. Good evening, and I know you went to North Dakota, but anyway, what do you have with us besides being tired? Go ahead.
I didn't understand the last couple words, but yeah, I just got back from North Dakota. I left on Sunday, early Sunday, 6 a.m., and I just got back at about 2 o'clock today, and so I had to get up to make a 5 a.m. flight out of Bismarck, and they had to de-ice the wings, and we flew into Minneapolis, and they de-iced the wings, leaving there for Seattle, and then from Seattle down to San Jose. But we had a successful conference. Had a number of technical difficulties because I'm trying to push out some new software with the database backend and web server and so forth, and I found out some things that I didn't know because I was working here in my own environment, and then I had to transfer everything to a laptop and take it on the road, and once I got there, I found out that some things didn't work because there was some back-end authentication going on that I wasn't even aware of between two computers that I have here, and I only had one with me, so anyway, we did some workarounds and made something that worked, and I gave my 6 hours of talk, and it went fine. So now I'm back, and I'm gonna hopefully sleep more than 5 hours tonight. Back to you, KI6LDM.
We're glad you're back safe and sound. Glad that you finally got through the flight and all that, and the technical difficulties. I can assure you, I've been through that myself, and I know what that's like. So, yeah, I'm glad you made it through all that too. But that's what software is about. You know, things that you don't know creep upon you, and you got to deal with it. So, well, real good with that, Bob. Okay, with that, let's go next to Jerry. November 6th, Sierra Whiskey Charlie. Back up to Ralph. Ralph, good to hear you. And are you going to be at the NCDX Club meeting this week?
I'm sorry, KI6LDM from AG6Q. What was the question again, Darryl? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just basically saying it's your turn, but I was also asking if you were going to be at the NCDX Club meeting this week.
No, I'm not going to be able to make that, although I do have some cards to give to W6KM, the outgoing QSL Bureau, says Whiskey 6 QSL Bureau.
Just a tad, but not a whole lot. But anyway, thank you very much. And yes, your signal's also 15 over 9. Nice, clear copy, and same with you, Ralph. And also with Jerry, too. So everybody's signals are coming in well over 9, whatever, 10 or 15 or 20 over 9. So that's quite nice. Okay, let me see if there's any other comments or check-ins for the TV's net. This is Kilo India 6, Lima Delta Mike. Oscar Victor, well, that sounds familiar. Have you checked in before, right? I'm looking for to see if you're actually in here. Mike Oscar Victor, is that correct? Oh, that's Alex. I do have you in here. Kilo Golf 6, Mike Oscar Victor. Good evening. How are you doing? Okay, we seem to have lost him. Okay, let me see. Is anybody else on the out there that wished to check in, or any other comments? Please go now.
Just a quick question, Darryl, AG6Q.
Wow, AG6Q, man, you disappeared. I was calling you earlier, but man, you came up loud. You're like 30 over 9. Go ahead.
My goodness, I've done a thing. Well, I had to rush out of the room here. The Warriors got the first game tonight. The game was about a minute and a half to play. I had to go in there and see what the score is. The Warriors did pull it out, 110 to 106 over the Houston Rockets. So that's a good thing. Well, yeah. Are you your new hex beam that you will finally configure? Are you going to perhaps donate it to Karis Field Day?
It'll be used during Terrace Field Day, but then it's going on my roof afterwards.
Roger, I meant that, actually. That's what I meant. You would utilize it for that, and of course it's yours. It'll go back to your roof bin. So, and incidentally, I cannot copy Alex at all. If Alex is near Bob, that's quite remarkable, because I can copy Bob fine, but not Alex. KG6MOB was not able to copy him at all. Back to you, AG6Q.
Yeah, so Alex is on a Nikon 7000 with a whip on his Jeep. So you may be in his null, and Bob can barely copy him. And he's in Cupertino, so I'm actually picking him up pretty well. So that's probably why. Ralph, go ahead.
Okay, so it's a skip, of course, yeah. So anyway, well, that's about it from here. We'll just listen along. Thanks, AG6Q.
Okay, real good. Let me see if there's any comments or other check-ins. Whoops, I'm sorry, hanging on there. Let me see if there's any other check-ins or other comments for the TV's net. This is Kilo India 6, Lima Delta Mike. Okay, none heard. It's about 8 minutes till, so I will go ahead and tie a bow on this thing. Thanks for everybody checking in, including Alex. Glad you're back on the air. And with that, I know Bob wants to go sleep, so we'll let him go sleep. With that, I'm going to wish everyone 7-3, and we will catch you all next week. Bid you all 7-3, and have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you again next Tuesday evening. With that, this is Kilo India 6, Lima Delta Mike, returning the frequency to normal use. Good night, all.
Good night, Darryl. Good night, Darryl. AG6Q.
23, Darryl. KF6 ABC.
All right, 73. There you are, Mike. Thanks. I'm sorry, Alex. Good to hear you guys, all of you. KI6LDM.